And how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Ridge Racer 64, the release for the Nintendo 64 that Ridge Racer has, that apparently, as you can see right there, is from the year 2000, 1 year after the release of Ridge Racer 4, if I'm not mistaken. And I never played this game, even though I'm a very big fan of the Ridge Racer series, thanks to the fact that I never own a Nintendo 64. So, we will see. I don't know if this game fully works fine. Obviously, this is emulated. I hope it does. I tested it and it seemed to go well. But there is no guarantee. And how is it going, Blue? Yeah, this game is finally happening, but for now, hold your horses, because I don't know how well it runs. The whole thing, at least. Like, one race worked very well, but anything can happen. I didn't actually watch the whole intro, so I guess I could watch it here. So as you can see, this game seems to be using like a mixture of tracks from different Ridge Racer games. I'm seeing the first Ridge Racer, I'm seeing Ridge Racer Revolution, you know. I actually saw the intro. I thought it was longer, but I didn't skip anything. And there you have Reiko. See that beautiful girl at the right? That's Reiko Nagase. So yeah. Quick play is basically a race where you don't select anything. So what we want to pick is probably Grand Prix. So the stage 1, Ridge Racer Novice. Okay, sure. Let's go there. So which cars do we have? It seems that, okay, this keeps in mind the original Ridge Racer cars. Basically the normal one, the one with a shit ton of handling. So basically no reason to pick this one when this one exists. And the typical acceleration and top speed. No, you have acceleration but not the top speed one. This one is based on Ridge Racer 4, I think. Well, the livery is clearly Ridge Racer 4. Well, this also is Ridge Racer 4, but the stats look more similar to the one on the original one. So I guess I'm picking the classic one that I always pick, which is this one. Oh, you can change the color, alright. Interesting. So I don't see why I will pick anything other than red, but because red and green should look fantastic in this car. So yeah. Could pass as early PS2 graphics? Well, that's probably because it's upscale. If it wasn't upscale, that's definitely not the case. No, this is game footage. What you're seeing here. This is the game footage. And right here, this is exactly the first Ridge Racer track. Like, down to the detail, right? Like, this is exactly Ridge Racer 1. So a very classic track. Some waterfalls, some bridges, obviously the beach around there as well. As classic as it gets. This is basically where Ridge Racer started. And yeah, everything, it's basically the same, but it looks even better. Yeah, it is upscale. I usually play emulated games upscale as long as it's something that my computer can do, right? In this case, the upscale is not really that strong, but that's because already the game seemed to struggle a little bit running with other settings. It's a new record. But yeah, it's basically what it can do. This is basically something that is rendered through Vulkan. Vulkan, which is pretty much the best renderer that you can use for emulators. At least the best one I use. I don't know if there is an emulator expert that will disagree with that. But for what I use of all the renderers, Vulkan is the one that works the best. It's very, very good. It just works perfectly. So yeah, shoutouts to whoever created Vulkan. I have no idea who you are, but you are the man. Also, this is only 2 laps, just like in the original Ridge Racer. In the novice courses, you only get 2 laps. Well, good. It seems that it doesn't run replace very well, though. As you can see by that insane slowdown and that weird voice. For some reason, the replays are shack, but that's okay. Damn, I am the champion for getting a novice race? Damn. Alright. I'm glad I am. Alright. Oh, it actually tells you. I'm saying all this shit, but it actually tells you. Ridge Racer, it's because it's from the first one, and this one is from Revolution. Alright, I don't even need to tell you. The game tells you. A pain to code for? Maybe, I don't know. Some insane person? Yeah, probably something like that. But you know, it's still something that every time that I had the pleasure of using Vulkan, it's worked perfectly. So, you know. And this is also good because, well, obviously this is my main priority for the Nintendo 64 because I'm a huge fan of Ridge Racer. I mean, it's by far my favorite racing series, racing game series, I mean. And the fact that I never played this game is something that was about time to fix. At first I thought that this game was just a port of the original Ridge Racer just for Nintendo 64, but it's actually more than that. So, good shit. Wait, what the hell? Other Ridge Racer games that I haven't played are Ridge Racer 5 and 6, which are games that, well, 6 I probably will never play because it's Xbox 360 exclusive. And yeah, good run emulating the 360. And Ridge Racer 5 is something that I could play if only the PS2 emulator wasn't so shit. So 5 is gonna happen at some point, but until they fix that emulator, it's gonna be rough. But yeah. Also, what do you think of Reiko Blue? Since I was talking about Reiko the other day, was it what you imagined? Also, if this is only 2 laps, I'm clearly losing, because I don't even see the second place here. Where is the second place? Huh, well that's interesting. Wait, no. Oh, there are 3 laps. I expected it more anime. I mean, no, she actually looks like a real person, yes. Yeah, in fact, in Ridge Racer 7, I recommend you to watch. Well, the problem is that I don't think it's the intro, it's kind of like the main menu video. Well, not even main menu, it's kind of like the splash screen video, it's weird. You know in games that you have a screen that says press start? Well, in that screen in Ridge Racer 7 you can see Reiko render and looking quite real. And she looks gorgeous. Yeah, a real person drawn by a cartoonist. I like that description. And got him. Just like that. I'm disappointed that the announcer doesn't scream finish at the top of his lungs when I win. Come on, bro. That's like such an iconic thing to do. Where is the finish? Is this easy mode? Yes, this is the first tracks. As you can see, it says Novice. But you need to play this in order to unlock the rest. That's usually how it goes in Ridge Racer. If you want to play the hard shit, you need to gradually beat the easy shit. So here, we're beating the easy shit first. And I think this one is new. I didn't read how this track was called, but I don't remember seeing this track before, so I think this track is actually new from this game. Because it's in a desert, and I don't think there is a single desert Ridge Racer track, well, at least on this era. Well, I also don't think there is a desert track in Ridge Racer 7 or something like that. I don't recall. I remember there being track about ruins and shit, but about a desert, I don't think so. So this might be new from this game. Your kind of game, yeah. It gets progressively more difficult. Oh damn, look at that car. Look at that car go. It's faster than me. I mean the car. Wonder... It's also doing some very dirty maneuvers. Rubber banding. Well, Ridge Racer, well, just like many arcade games, definitely has rubber banding and stuff like that, but this one, I wouldn't say that it's rubber banding, or, I mean, it is in terms of how the coding is done, probably, but I'm pretty sure that's a car that just has better top speed. So even if it's rubber banding that makes sense. As you know, my car is not supposed to be fast. My car is supposed to have good handling, which is not the same. Well, obviously very fast on corners. Can you see behind you? Yeah. Yeah, and that guy, as you can see, is quite fast. I also like how they change the style of the cars to appear more modern. If you look at the first Ridge Racer games, the cars looks kind of like a Beetle. You know that Beetle car that is like very small and round. They look kind of like that, even though they are supposed to be racing cars. So in this game, those same cars, they changed them to look more like actual racing cars. In fact, if you're curious, go look up my first Ridge Racer playthrough on YouTube, and you will see that this same car, it looks very funny, because it looks as the opposite of a racing car. It doesn't look bad, mind you, but it basically just looks like a street car that has some exotic paint over it. So it's quite funny. Commence attack. That's the last stretch indeed. But that got close. That got quite close.
You've won the stage.
This one is called Renegade, the track. I'm assuming it's... Alright, that's an interesting trophy. I know exactly where it fits.
The stage is clear. Now let's go after some new cars.
Oh, I unlocked those? Alright. I mean, the one on the right looks cool, I guess. Yes, I will... Oh, wait a second. I'm assuming this emulator save works, right? I'm assuming the game is not gonna crash when I do this, right? Oh, you can change your name. Alright. Well, let's pray that it doesn't crash. Oh damn, I didn't even need to change the Y there. But yeah. What are the odds of this crashing though? That's the real question. Is it gonna work? Okay, well it says save successful, so at least it didn't crash. But God knows if it actually did save. I will assume it did. You have car attack. I unlock this. If I put change course, I think that... Okay, so car attack is in order to... And you can make the spin speed faster. Damn, why will you put that there? Alright, I don't know how to stop it though. I'm trying to, but... I don't think... Okay, I think this is the button. There you go. That looked pretty funny. Alright. So car attack, I'm assuming, allows me to unlock those cars that were there. Or actually, yeah, it seems to be the case. Pink Mappy. Yes, I need to race again. Okay, I like it how that's the case. I mean, it usually is the case in Ridge Racer. If you want to unlock a car, you have to win against them. Also, why is this song called Motion Blur?
2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. So I wonder how hard it's gonna be to remain on the lead, because I mean, as long as you know, as long as you overtake once, as long as you don't make mistakes, I don't see the other car overtaking me, you know. Yeah, I think that car is gonna remain there. You know that there was a long time ago someone asked me to play this game. It was back when I was streaming on YouTube. So hey, I hope that you're still alive, so you get to see me actually playing this. Hopefully. That's something that it's a very bad thing that I have. Someone asked me to play a game, and I probably can take years to play it. Probably oh, I fucked up. That's probably something that I should correct at some point, but then again, there are some times where people tell me, hey, can you play this? And I'm like, I don't really feel like it. This one I didn't play it earlier, mostly because I just got put off by Nintendo 64 emulation, you know. Nintendo 64 emulation, I thought that it was still in a very bad state. And I'm not gonna say that it's in a perfect state, but hey, at least this game works. And very well for what you're seeing. So I got this pink mapping. Alright, I mean, sure, why not? Wait, that's an interesting thing. You can erase your save while you are pressing to save. That's very funny. Can you imagine? You should slip your finger and it lands on it lands on erase. Well, I'm assuming it will ask you if you are sure. Attack another car. I like the options. Very dynamic, very fast. Very good if you're a speedrunner. Okay, so the pink map is a worse version of the first car. Why the fuck will anyone use this car? It's literally worse than the first one. Alright. I mean, I guess it's pink, but then again, being pink doesn't seem like a very nice draw, considering that you can change the color of every car. So I don't know how good of an idea that is. But you know, maybe it is a good idea. Who knows? Excellent cornering. Yeah, I don't think so, but you know, thanks for the compliment. Wait, this guy is actually close. I can actually lose the lead here. I mean, judging by the minimap, he seems to be quite close. I mean, well, he's close, but I will really need to fuck up to not be able to win. I mean, he's clearly not going faster than me. Yeah, no, he's eating dust. For now, at least. That corner is dangerous. Well, it was also dangerous on Ridge Racer Revolution, really. Now I wonder what other Nintendo 64 games I should play, because now that I know and I can see that the emulator works properly. I mean, well, the obvious pick will be Mario 64, but apparently that one you can just play it on PC, like without using an emulator. I guess I have a good idea. Star Fox 64 will be a cool one to try to play, right? Well, there are also a lot of Zelda games. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. So, for Zelda, I still need to play Link's Awakening. I haven't played that game yet. You keep getting new records. Unbelievable.
Great driving! Another car for your
So,
garage!
how is this one called? Blue Mapping. A new record. I don't think it's necessary to save every time you do something, so let me just not do that. Also, how is it going, Draynot? This is wait, let me check. Oh, the blue map is slightly better than the pink one and somehow still worse than the first car. Very cool. Doing good, nice. You know that I'm not joking. Today I actually dreamt of Path of Exile. Like, I dreamt that I started playing Path of Exile, and I'm like, damn, Draynot is gonna call me a liar because I'm getting, you know, like I'm getting into this game that I say that it was the opposite of what I like. But yeah, it was just a dream, so don't worry about it. What build did you make? No, you have to understand. The Path of Exile that I dream was more similar to Breath of the Wild than it was to Path of Exile. You know? I mean, it was Path of Exile because the dream said it was Path of Exile, but it was pretty much just like some weird Breath of the Wild looking game. You know? Don't worry about it though. It's just a dream. It's not gonna happen in real life. So I'm saying Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't really Breath of the Wild. I mean, it was kind of like an MMO, but like an MMO like World of Warcraft. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was that sort of thing. Like, imagine, yeah, I guess World of Warcraft is the best comparison. That's what it looked like in my dream. That was a sign. You want start... No, I definitely don't want to start over in Genshin. Also, you know that starting over in Genshin is not really necessary if you want to like help someone in co-op, because you can just bring an unleveled character and it's exactly the same. You don't need to start over all over again. I mean, you need to start over if you somehow want to see the story again, but I don't know why you would want to do that. When I dream of video games, it's often the wildest shit ever, yeah. I mean, dreams are wild in general. Dreams tend to be, you know, some heavy shit that oftentimes, if not most of the times, they make absolutely no sense, you know. I want to dream about being in a video game. I don't remember if I dream being in a video game. I think that most of the times that I dream about video games was just me playing them. I don't think I remember being inside a video game. But most dreams, obviously, I just don't remember them. You probably didn't see because I posted it in your server after you started streaming, but I played Magical Sound Shower after how often you did yesterday. Nice. How is it going, Wasabi? I'm glad, because that song is amazing. Chibius Red is how this thing is called. But yes, that song is very good. I'm glad that I got you to play it. So very good stuff. Learn how to lucid dream. I don't think that's something that can be learned. Something that is more of a chance kind of thing. So we're going into intermediate now. So the opponents are gonna get fiercer. Chibius Red is actually, well, it doesn't seem that much different from Pack Racing. In fact, it actually seems worse. Well, I guess there goes that one too. I kinda wanna change the colors just to switch it up. What about blue? Doesn't really look that good, that's the problem. Blue and green doesn't seem to be like a very good combination. What about green and green? This is the same color. Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna go with red. I'm too lazy to do all the steps for Lucid.
3, 2,
I mean, some people claim there are steps to do it consistently, but you know, I think that at that point it's no different than someone selling snake oil, you know. It's that sort of thing that is more about and what's the word? Superstitions, right? More about that, I think, than anything else. Oh shit, damn it. Looks great to me. What looks great? Oh, the color? I don't know. I mean, it's just that the red and green just look pretty cool, you know. That's the thing. But yeah, you know, dreaming is something that we don't really understand very good yet. But you know, how did it go? The magical dream shower. Yeah, dream. The magical sound shower, not dream. Did it go well? I mean, it's a good song, you know. Even if it doesn't go well, as long as you don't fail it, at least you get to listen to the song. Oh shit. I mean, there are different methods. It's not that there is just one method that people say, but I don't think it's something that you can rely on. It's more of something that is, I think, a predisposition of your brain, you know. If you don't have a certain brain, you are fucked. Okay, at least he's not close. I learned that the D-pad is actually useful. Of course. I mean, when I play Project Diva, I am clearly not single tapping every note. In fact, there are so many songs that you need to use the D-pad. You know. I sleep to recharge, a pleasant dream is just a bonus. Yeah, of course. Course, and it said course on the screen. But yeah, it's basically about resting. You know. And I really wanted to give it another try at changing the color, but they all look so bad, for the exception of red. I guess purple doesn't look that bad. But everything else, like, the problem is that green is a color that doesn't combine with that many other colors, you know? That's the main issue about green. I guess something like this, but no, I just want red. Every race you gotta use a new color. I thought of that, but unfortunately, I wish they look better. When I get hugged in a dream, the effects of that last throughout the day. To me, anything that I dream, I usually, like, the emotions just dissipate almost as soon as I wake up. Oftentimes I remember, like, what I dream if it's too ridiculous or too unusual. But in terms of what I feel inside the dream, I usually, it dissipates. A lot of the times it's exactly what I need, because some dreams are not very nice, you know. By the way, this track here is actually the intermediate track from Revolution. It seems that they actually remade everything. That's very impressive. It's like this game is a collection of the first two Ridge Racer games and original stuff on top of it. Very cool. It goes well with blue, with bright blue. I don't know. I feel like green is a very, like, divisive color. Like, it's hard to make it look nice with something else, I think. I think it's a color, I guess with yellow it can look good. Yellow and green is not that bad of a combination to me, at least. Well, and obviously green and black or green and white, but black and white go with everything. For some reason though, you cannot pick black or white in this game, so I guess we are out of luck. Also, this track is just as complex as I remember. You know how in most other tracks I could actually read the chat? In this one, I can only do it here. Most of my other dreams consist of either me playing games or being trapped in the fractal dimension. Okay. That's why you are so obsessed with the fractal dimension. And what the fuck is the fractal dimension even? What is something fractal? Something that has fragments? The green is also quite a ball. Wait, what? That green. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's also like a washed out green instead of like a dark green or a more brilliant, well, brilliant in, I mean bright green. So yeah, that also makes it hard to combine. Okay. Hope this guy is not too close.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
Keep going. No, he's far.
It's a new record.
Yeah, I'm testing and driving. I am doing that. What you gonna do about it? Call the cops? Last time I met the celestial elder god. What is that name? How do you even remember that name? Is that even a real thing, or is that something that you imagine? Don't think I met any celestial beings.
3, 2,
I don't think, yeah, I don't remember. Honestly, that's the thing. Dreams are so diverse and so random that most of them I just forget. Even ones that were quite memorable and I like remember them for the rest of the day, I probably forgot about them on the following day. You know, there's something that I cannot tell because you know, Ridge Racer is a series that, with some very few exceptions like Ridge Racer 4, the soundtrack is mostly dog shit, right? So I cannot tell if this song that is going on right now is having that weird like cut effect because the emulator is fucking up, or if it's because the song legitimately sucks. And knowing this is Ridge Racer, it could be either of those. That's something that was always a shame about Ridge Racer. But you know, it's okay. Also, I cannot overtake this pink guy. Well, now I did. A little bit too late though. I wonder if I can still get first place. I wasted a lot of time there. Do you dream about Miku? No. Or, that's the thing, I don't know. But no, I usually dream about things that happen in real life. Usually. I mean, even as I say, when I dream of video games, I dream of playing them. Can expect racing games like this to have good music? I mean, There are exceptions, or rather, it depends on the racing game, more like on the franchise more than anything. Damn, there are so many cars. How do I overtake all these guys? I have no room to overtake. Okay, from the inside. But that asshole was there. Damn, these corners are crazy as well. Okay. Yeah, I will say that being on the 6th position on the last lap means that this race is not gonna be won. Hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't even see the 3rd place anytime. What am I saying? Anywhere. Nowadays they should play actual radio music. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Unless the music they pick is bad, obviously. Damn it.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going. Time's running out.
Fuck. That was a very bad result. But this track is very narrow. It's very hard to overtake. Especially when they are in like 3 wide. Give it another shot. I guess I will need to give it another shot. That replay didn't lag. That's probably because I took it out quickly. The competition is heating up. I think this is more about the track. There are a lot of well, what you usually fuck. I think I need to restart on that corner, because I need to remember that that corner is very, very sharp.
2, 1, go!
But yeah, there are a lot of 2 wides, you know, 2 wides being 2 cars that are parallel to each other, obviously not allowing. Wow, that was very bad. I miscalculated that like crazy. But yeah, when there are 2 cars parallelly like that, you can't really do much, especially on a track like this. Also, speaking of parallel is actually the name of the graphics plugin that I'm using for this thing to work. So, shoutouts to Parallel. Because apparently Parallel is the only Nintendo 64 plugin that allows you to run the games with your CPU. Everyone else just uses CPU for rendering. But this one, since it uses Vulkan, it allows you to do that. That's pretty nice. What I should be doing instead of braking like I am doing here is I should drift. I mean, this is Ridge Racer after all. Play Ridge Racer, you're kinda expected to drift. Problem is that the drifting in this game, I think that works similarly to Ridge Racer 4, which might be slightly hard to get right. Alright, that works. Okay, that's not like Ridge Racer 4. That's more like the first Ridge Racer, where you can choose brake and the corner is being done automatically. Alright, well, if that's the case, I should go for that. Only is that some of these corners are very, very sharp. Like even something like that. No, I think it's fine. It should be fine. Yeah, it's fine, okay. So it's clearly drifting what I need to do. Okay, gotcha. Also, yeah, Ridge Racer is probably the game with the most unrealistic drifting ever. Basically, for Ridge Racer, drifting is auto cornering. That's what drifting means for Ridge Racer. Which, hey, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, that's what drifting means. It's not actual drifting. As you can see, that's drifting. You basically press the... No, you don't press the FUD. You press the brake button and, well, letting the accelerator go. And then you press the accelerator again when the corner ends. That's the drifting, pretty much. Alright, the first place is there. It's that light blue car that you can kinda see. Problem is that these guys are making it hard. Oh, that's bad. There is still more track remaining though, right? Or was this the last? No, I think there is still a little bit more. I don't know if I can overtake them all though. Well, especially if I do that. Well, I can get a third place at least. Yeah. I think third place for Ridge Racer is a passing grade. I don't know if for this game it is a passing grade. Isn't it really? You need to get first place or bust? Damn. Alright. That's how it's gotta be. First or nothing. Okay. Well, technically in the first two Ridge Racer games, that's how it was. It was only in Rage Racer where they made third place an acceptable result. And then in Ridge Racer 4, it depended on how, well, in what stage of the tournament you were. If you were on the first ones, you could get third place or second place. Then you advance a little bit more and you could only get second place or first place. And then the last 4 races, you needed to win them all. And the interesting thing is that depending on your results, even though, you know, getting first place in some of those races was optional to progress, it was still something that changed the dialogue and the cars you got to use. It's an interesting thing. Especially since Ridge Racer 4 is basically like it's like a mixture between a visual novel and a racing game. It's a pretty interesting concept. I don't know if there are many other games that do that. Because I mean, yeah, technically you have Initial D. But with Initial D, I don't think what you do has any weight, you know, like in the sense that unless you win, you're not progressing, and like the dialogue will always be the same, you know. But I guess it kinda has a visual novel format. Densha the D, well, yeah, that is to be expected considering that it's based on Initial D. Do you date the cars? No. In fact, well, depending on which team you pick, there is one team that the ending implies that you are dating the team manager, which is supposedly the daughter of some rich guy or whatever. Don't remember how it was. But yeah, it's something like that. The other endings, well, you can check them out. I mean, I'm gonna repeat what I always say, but if you check out my YouTube on Ridge Racer 4, you will see all the endings there. Well, and all the dialogues as well. But basically you have 4 teams. One team is basically... Oh, I fucked that up. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. In one team, you're basically the new member, like the newbie of a team that is completely washed out. And the manager is an asshole and basically treats you like you're a moron, right? Then you have another team that is a team that is completely on the ground, kind of like think about Haas in Formula 1. And the guy treats you with a lot of respect because it's not like they have any other option, right? In the sense that he knows he's so fucked that he doesn't have a lot of standards in general, so he just treats you well. He treats you like a bro. Then you can join these girls that I mentioned, this girl's team. She's absolutely clueless about racing and everything, and she's just there because of nepotism. Pretty much. I'm not trying to be an asshole, that's what the story is, you know? Like, the story makes it clear that she's just there just to, you know, just because of her dad. The jumping difficulty is something else. Nah, it's just that you need to learn how to drift. Once you can drift, it's a lot easier. Okay, so you get the Nebula's Ray. Interesting name, Nebula's Ray. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's one of the other teams.
3, 2, 1,
Yeah, Neb.
go!
You could say Neb.
All right.
But yeah, that's one of the teams, and the last team is basically what's supposed to be like a contrast to Ferrari, like Ferrari back in like the 90s or early 2000s, right? Where they were winning everything. And basically the manager is also an asshole, but the manager is an asshole because he's like used to high standards. So he's asking you of everything, right? Like he asks you to be perfect. It's pretty cool. If you have a chance, I recommend you to play those. They are pretty cool games. Well, it's one game, it's Ridge Racer 4. It's a cool game. Neptunia. I've been thinking at some point if it will be a good idea to stream the Neptunia games, but I don't even think it's a good idea to play them. Those are the kind of games that you will play once and that's it. You don't want to play more than once. Well, no, I see some people wanting to play it more than once, but not me. Well, technically I play the first one more than once to get the good ending, but that's besides the point. Okay, this guy is getting closer. Yeah, he's getting closer. We are working our way up to the Galgun stream. No, Galgun is definitely not gonna happen, dude. Are you crazy? I seen that there are some places. There are some streaming platforms that actually allow you to stream those kind of games, you know, and wars. Very interesting. They are clearly not very populated, but it's interesting that there is an option, you know, an option for that sort of thing. Of course you will know. Yeah, of course I will know. I know everything. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I mean, it's logical.
Car is yours.
Like, it was very clear that there will be demand for that sort of thing. Okay, so what did I unlock? Well, I mean, I know what I unlocked, but I want to see how good it is. Wait, what? Oh, it's somehow before this one. I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Gabby After Dark? Why After Dark? Why that particularly?
This is gonna be a great race. 3 laps to go.
But no, I don't think it will be a good idea. Especially because I'm pretty sure that Twitch doesn't allow you to do such a thing. I mean, obviously it's not like it matters what Twitch thinks, but... you know. I actually don't know. There was some clause on the affiliate contract that said something about the kind of content that you will do in other platforms. Like, you couldn't do certain content on other platforms if you wanted to be affiliate, but I don't remember, and maybe they changed it. I mean, I say maybe they changed it because there are literal porn stars streaming on Twitch. And like, I'm not using the word lightly, like literally girls that are featuring pornography. So if that's the case, I don't think that it will be a problem, right? I mean, it doesn't get more extreme than that. Genital jousting. Yeah, they basically banned that game for being played on Twitch. That is true. Fuck. This guy is pretty close to me. Very close. Quite close. Alarmingly close, I would even say. That corner is messed up. Yeah, this whole last section of the track, I cannot look away. I legitimately cannot look away there. All I know is that you can't post your Twitch content on other sites. Yeah, that's the exclusivity clause, which is what I always abide for. I always wait 24 hours to upload content from Twitch to YouTube. Yeah, that's a different one. Like, I remember there being a clause that basically told you that you couldn't be... like, you couldn't do certain things on other platforms. I mean, there was the obvious clause that say that you weren't allowed to post hate speech in other platforms. Like, if you did that, Twitch could, you know, just revoke your contract. That's something that I remember. Problem is that that's the issue with those kind of rules. Because, I mean, well, in this case, I don't remember if they mentioned just hate speech or, you know, playing banned games. But I don't think that's the case. I don't know, though.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
Got him.
Yeah, it's a new record.
Well, I know it's that way. No, I already read that. You didn't know that? Yeah, the affiliate contract basically makes your Twitch content exclusive for 24 hours.
Is yours.
Not like anyone will care unless you are very big if you just posted it on YouTube before the 24 hours. There is no mechanism preventing you from doing that. but you know, you don't want to risk it normally. Also, how is it going, Kyle? But yeah, that's how it is.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, just don't get caught. That's pretty much the end of that's pretty much
3 laps to go.
the idea, you know. I mean, as long as nobody knows. But yeah, I don't want to risk it. So obviously, everything that I post on YouTube, I post it after 24 hours, which is great because it also allows me to, well, obviously allows me to have the necessary time to upload it, right? To upload it and to like put the description and all of that bullshit. So in that regard, at least it's not that bad. It would be a problem if I was the kind of streamer that plays games on release. And you know, that will be my main gimmick, like being the first. If that was the case, then yeah, that's kind of a problem. But I barely play games on release, so you know. Now the problem is that this car seems to be significantly faster than mine, so that's no good. Maybe I need to use another car for this, because you can see he is faster than me. Yeah, maybe I will need to use another car here, because I don't think this one is faster to win. That's fine though, there is a top speed. Well, I think there is a top speed car, right? Or maybe there isn't, which will be a shame. Well, let's see. But yeah, as of right now, I cannot really win against this guy. Not with this car. In fact, here I couldn't even overtake him before this section. And when this trade comes, he... Ah, come on. It's like playing a Sonic game. You think so? Maybe. Oh, that's terrible. Crashing right before the corner. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe the AI is programmed to let me pass at the end. Yeah, that seems to be the case. Let's see how long it lasts, though.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
Oh, it actually works. Okay, yeah. Never mind, it's scripted. It's scripted just like this stream. No, I'm just kidding.
You did it!
Yeah, you're right. The replay here actually doesn't lag. Weird. It only lags in some tracks. Alright. Interesting.
Great driving! Another car for your garage!
The Galaga RT Priz. Yeah, keep in mind that this is a Namco game. So obviously they can use their franchises like that and there is no issue. So, you know, don't worry about it. Alright, back to Grand Prix, yeah. So here we're actually starting on Expert. What car... Wait, Galaga's this one. It could be interesting. The problem is that it has handling instead of grip, which I think that is the opposite of what I need, but I'm not sure. It's okay though, I'm still gonna use this one. Is this lore? Maybe. Wait, does that car have a 0 as a number? Also, this is the expert track of the first Ridge Racer that basically has an extension before the ending. It's a cool one. I mean, it's cool, but it's very hard. You know? It's the kind of track that I also, when that section arrives, I won't be able to look at the chat. Because it has a lot of corners, it's very narrow, and yeah, you're fucked, basically. So here comes. Already started greatly. Oh, come on. I fucked that up. But yeah, that section is messed up. It's especially fucked up when you play in the original Ridge Racer against like the Devil and the Angel car. Well, the first Ridge Racer only had the Devil car. Basically, when you play against the Devil car, trying not to make a mistake in that section is fucked up. Because if you make a mistake, you don't win the race. Come on. Fucking 0, bitch. That's bad. How many laps was this? Was this 2 or was this 3? Because if this is 3, no, there is no issue. But if this is 2, I don't know if I can win. I might be able to. I mean, the first place is right there. Well, hopefully there is 3. Yeah, there is 3. Okay, never mind. So they actually give you a lot of... They give you a lot of time to get first place here. In this first track. Especially after how much I got fucked on that corner. The amount of time that I lost and I still can get first on the like beginning of last lap. Nice. And I don't think this guy is keeping up, right? No, he's not. Oh, that's perfect then. This part is still fucked up though. Gotta pay attention. Oops. That didn't sound nice. Wait, I wanted to change camera. That's what I get for changing camera in the middle of the corner. But no, they are not even close, so I got it. Nice. Nice. Pristine. Absolutely wonderful. You know that I actually tried to make this game run, I think yesterday it was, or the day before that. And there were a lot of default options that basically made it run like shit. So today, before I started the stream, I disabled some of them just to buy time. Well, buy time, I mean just to pass the time, because I wasn't planning on streaming this today. And I realized that by just disabling those options, it worked perfectly. The worst part is that a lot of those options, like, had names that even Googling them didn't give me that many results, right? Like, one of them says something about the dithering, which I have no clue what it is. Another one that had a weird name that I don't even remember, and differently from the Dithering, that one didn't even yield any relevant results until like you scroll a little bit more, and even then it didn't explain what it was. So I really wonder what's the point of having those shitty ass names if nobody knows what they are, or at least like put those shitty ass names, but put an explanation as well. Like, come on, dude. Wow, the tunnel here looks pretty cool. They remodeled the tunnel and it looks nice. What was I playing to play? I was playing to play Touhou Double Spoiler. I'm gonna play it eventually, but I mean, that's what I'm planning. Dithering is color blending. Yeah, I read something about that. But yeah, that one is the one that I remember, but there are others that I don't remember, that I just have no clue what they do. And the internet doesn't seem to have a clue either. But yeah, as I told you, I don't remember the names, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Dithering is that dot images do. It's like a noise effect. Yeah, maybe I seen it, but I don't know. I'm just pissed off that it's not a standard to explain what every option does. Because it doesn't take that long, you know, it's just a test. That you can just make it so if you hover the mouse over the option, it tells you in a tooltip what it does. You don't even need to change the UI drastically to fit a description, which you wouldn't need to anyways. I mean, it's just a little test. You can spare some space in the UI for that even. And believe Reimu got cucked by a car game? Of course. I mean, racing games have always priority over Danmaku games. Maybe that wasn't the case some years ago, but I can tell you that now that's definitely the case. No, I mean, it's not like asking a Cold Monkey that, because think about it this way. If you went as far as to develop a UI that has checkboxes and everything, like basically something intended for an end user and not someone that is, you know, like a super expert that uses a command line based shit, like with something like that being the case, it feels like it's incomplete. It's like, I don't know, it's like programming a window without like the X button to close it, right? Like, sure, you can just press Alt F4, but if you're gonna go through the trouble of doing all that shit, why don't you just include a close button? It seems like a contradiction to me, you know? The person who coded the UI wasn't the same person who coded what the turning the checkbox on does. Maybe. Yeah, you could be right. They couldn't tell you what it means either. But I mean, I feel like if you are that involved into something like that, like you will at least, you know, you will at least more or less know what it is for. Even if you don't have the technical knowledge to know exactly why it works that way, you can just give a brief explanation. I will assume. I mean, if you're that into it that you take time to make a UI, I will expect that you at least know what the fuck you're doing the UI for. I will expect. Maybe not, maybe you're right. You're joking. No, but I mean, that's a valid point. That's how it is for a lot of things. A lot of times the person that does the UI just does the UI, and they use an API, like, you know, well, an API, I mean, something that works as an interface, right? And they know how to access those things, but they don't know exactly what they do. That is the case. That could be the case. But I don't think it's the case for something as niche as an emulator, you know. They likely didn't get around to that yet. Maybe I'll submit a pull request. Maybe. But yeah, it's something that the issue, like in this case, at least I could tell you that this is a plugin. So it makes sense that it's no responsibility of the emulator, obviously, to make sure that whatever settings the plugin has are explained. And since a plugin is something like a lot less official, I guess, or a lot less big than an emulator, maybe they didn't give something like that a lot of importance, right? But I seen that there are some emulators that the options on the emulator itself are not very well explained at all. You know? And that's something that shouldn't be the case, because I mean, that's the thing. If you're going as far as to creating a UI for an emulator, because emulators could be command line based, and a lot of them are, but if you're going as far as to create a UI, at least explain what the options do, you know? Like, you already did the hard part, which is coding the UI to make it work. Now the only thing you need to do is go an extra mile just to explain what some options do. Thankfully, there are some emulators that do that, and I'm deeply thankful for it. But some other emulators are so dense in that sort of shit. Like, they expect you to just know. Wow, that was bad. Didn't calculate the corner properly. It's okay. I don't think this guy is close to me anyway, so I should be fine.
Okay, it's the last stretch. Keep going.
I think I'm fine. Yeah, it's a plugin. The feature to have hover tooltips isn't even a thing. No. The plugin has a UI that is just a standard Windows window, right? It's something that has checkboxes, that has labels, that has a close button. So yeah, having a tooltip is something that you can do without needing to do anything, you know, more than putting the effort to just write. You know, like, that's the thing with when you use Windows forms. When you use Windows forms, everything that you will ever need is included in the package. Like, let's say that you code a UI in C# using .NET and using all the Windows Forms tools there are. You don't need to do anything other than, you know, just putting the effort to reference whatever you want to use. You want to use a tooltip, no problem. Just call whatever function for the tooltip is, and that's it. Like, that's not a problem. That's why I'm saying that it's an extra mile, because the hardest thing is already done, which is creating a functional window with Windows Forms. You already did that. Now it's only about decorating that window, pretty much. I'm using decorating in a very strange way here, because that's no decoration. But by decorating, I mean that it's nothing that really requires programming. It requires you just giving like the last the finishing touch, basically, like the icing on the cake, right? That's it. But it's okay, it's whatever. I guess most of these people don't really assume that whoever gets their hands on something like this is someone that doesn't know shit. Though I think that's a very short-sighted way of thinking, because I mean, it's an emulator for video games, you know? Like, there is quite a big chance that someone that is using your shit doesn't know shit about computers. Or even those that know about computers just don't know about specific renderer technology. I mean, I don't know shit about renderer technology. But I do know quite a bit about computers. So, you know. It's a little bit short-sighted, I think. But hey, at least it's appreciated the effort that at least there is a UI for that, right? There are so many great pieces of software that are limited to to command line only. You know what? The other day I learned that, well, I mean, I don't know if it's a fake quote, because you know that there are lots of fake quotes on the internet. But I read a quote from Steve Jobs that says that if the end user sees a command prompt, you fucked up. Now, obviously, that's quite a radical and exaggerated quote, in the sense that, you know, some users will see a command line because they want to. Not everyone is a baby that doesn't know how to operate a command line. Well, sorry, I didn't mean to say baby. I mean someone that just is not knowledgeable about that sort of stuff. But yeah, point is that even if it's a little bit radical, I think it makes sense for products that are supposed to be used by people that are just, you know, well, end users. That's the right word. They are not specialists, they are not experts, they are just end users. They don't need to see a command line or a command prompt or whatever. That's a good quote. Back when Blender would open a command line before opening the actual program, I mean, that's not a problem. Like opening I mean, sure, you can say that it looks ugly, but I mean, a program opening a command prompt like briefly before it opens the actual program is whatever. Yeah, it looks ugly and it shouldn't be there, but it's like, you know, it's not that big of a deal. The problem is when the end user needs to interact with the command prompt. That's what shouldn't happen. If that ever happens, well, that means that whatever your software is not ready for end users. I mean, it might be ready for other type of users, but definitely not for end users. And that's what a lot of people don't understand about Linux being putrid garbage for the most part. There are some distros that try to fix that nature that Linux has. But like, nobody's gonna use Linux if you keep insisting on doing things that way, dude. I don't wanna open a console to install a fucking program that is not even anything. Like, I'm not trying to install a Bitcoin miner or something like that. I'm trying to install, I don't know, Photoshop, right? Or whatever it's available for Linux. I don't want to fucking use the command prompt for that. Like, are you crazy? Yeah, GIMP, but GIMP is already included in most no, but a lot of Linux distros. So in that regard, you wouldn't need to use the console for that. But yeah, sorry. That's basically my rant about that sort of stuff. It's just like Linux is something that has so much potential, and it's just diluted by so many. I wouldn't call them rookie mistakes, because like designing a UI that works perfectly for everyone, it's not easy. So it's not something that is a rookie mistake, but it's rather like they need to get their priorities straight, because I don't think they have them straight. I mean, it's not a problem if your distro is not meant to be used by an end user. Like, I don't know, if it's Arch Linux, well, yeah, it's okay, that's the point. It's like a do-it-yourself distro. But something like, I don't know, Ubuntu is unacceptable, that there are so many things that you need to use the command line for. It's completely uncalled for. Absolutely idiotic. But it's okay. Maybe one day that will change, but it's unlikely. Quite unlikely, I would say. You close the command line, it closes the program, then. Well, there are some emulators that do that. There is like a command line window and the actual UI window. And if you close the command line, it closes the program. So lately, I think that trend is thankfully dying out. But yeah, some cases that was how it was. Also, this race seems quite hard. Like, I'm not even seeing the first place here. Like, I don't even see it close. This is gonna be a problem. Maybe I need to switch cars or something like that. Wait, can I? I want to see if I can unlock the cars, or some cars, I mean. No. Until you beat all the tracks, you cannot unlock a single car. The fact that you can change the speed of this is pretty funny. Problem is that if I were to use another car, I will need to obviously get used to it. This seems like the best option if I were to use anything else. Well, either the Galaga or the Bosconian. One of these two. I guess I could just use the regular color. Maybe. Yeah, ready for beginning users. That's a good way of saying it.
Go!
Mint is better than Ubuntu? I don't know.
Right. This is gonna be a great race.
But I think the problem is that eventually, like for a lot of things that should be very straightforward, like for example installing drivers, I think there are a lot of Linux distros that require you to go to the command line, you know. So this thing is not as bad for turning as I thought. Actually works quite well. It works quite well and it's pretty fast. Alright, I like it. I thought that it will drive like shit because of how little grip it had, but it drives very, very well. Especially in a track like this that has some interesting corners. Yeah. No, I didn't spoke too soon. That was me being bad. Don't worry about it. Didn't speak too soon. It was just skill issue. Don't worry about it.
Yeah! It's a new record. 2 laps to go.
Oh, that was a nice overtake. The thing is that most of the very sharp corners have a very clear indicator, like those yellow and black arrows. Very clear that you're not intended to take the corner without drifting. That's pretty cool. I will be so lost trying to install any driver to use something on Linux. I mean, most of the times installing any driver is very easy. Like, let's say, I mean, very easy if you don't mind opening the command prompt, obviously. But like, you have, for example, you know, I think that in Ubuntu it was apt-get, I think. And you just put whatever dependency you want to download. And most of the times, like that command, like you don't even need to type it out. Most of the times you can just copy and paste it from the official page. It tells you, hey, if you want to install this, well, just copy paste this command. Make sure you have super user permissions or whatever, but you know. But the problem is that that's the thing, it shouldn't be that way. Because if it is that simple to do, then why don't you just include a button or something that does it? Why do I need to go to the command prompt for that? I mean, I can do it, and a lot of other people can do it, but that's the question, why should I do it, right? Like, it doesn't make sense to have that sort of design philosophy in this day and age. I understand that if you're using Linux instead of Windows, that already, like, you already know what you're getting into, right? So things like this shouldn't surprise you. And if you don't like it, you can just use Windows. But that's the problem. That's the kind of trap that makes Linux as unpopular as it is. And you might think to yourself, well, who gives a shit that it's unpopular? But the whole point of Linux... Oh shit, what's this? Oh, these are the fake credits, I think. Yeah, okay. Just like the first two Ridge Racer games. You basically get fake credits. Fake credits because this is not the end of the game. But they show you that to make you feel better about getting fucked on the next stages that are actually hard. But yeah, don't worry, this is not the end of the game. You need to be very careful copy-pasting random commands. Yeah, but for the most part, there are official pages that show those commands, so you can trust them. Website can modify your clipboard and add anything in there. Yeah, but again, you wouldn't go to places that, you know, to web pages that are not trusty, because that applies to any operative system, you know. It's super great stream by I know, right? But no, this was also how it was in Ridge Racer Revolution, and Rage Racer. All of those games literally show you the credits halfway through the game. They do that, I'm pretty sure, because what comes after is hard, or relatively hard. So they want people to not feel bad about the fact that they suck. So instead they show you the credits to be like, you know, you were able to beat the game, don't worry about what comes next, you know? If you cannot beat that, that's fine. But yeah. Oh, they actually credit Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Revolution. But yeah. The thing about the reverse stages is that it's not just playing the tracks on reverse, which it is what you do, but I mean,
congratulations, you've won the stage.
It's not just that. You actually face harder opponents.
The stage is clear. Now let's go after some new cars.
Let's go after some new cars. Yeah, it's a good idea. It happens in a lot of games. Well, Touhou is, I guess, an example of that as well. In Touhou, you beat the main game and you get the credits, but there is still the extra stage, you know. Just that the extra stage, most of the times, is easier, ironically. I want to see if another color looks better on this. Maybe something like this? I don't know. Not sure. The purple doesn't look that bad. Shame that there is no bright red. Bright red will look good. But I guess at the end of the day, yellow might be the best idea here. Yeah, probably. And the song is called Revolver.
3, 2, 1, go! Alright, this is gonna be a great race.
And I really feel pretty good about the fact that I was able to make this work. To make the Nintendo 64 emulator work. I don't think, I mean, it's... Yeah, they are right behind me. Not anymore though. Okay, there are some corners that I cannot do with full speed on this car. I need to drift. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, about the emulator. Like, I don't think it runs perfectly, but at the same time, I don't know if like the choppiness is natural. It might be natural. I mean, after all, these consoles like PS1 and Nintendo 64 usually didn't have the greatest frame rate, you know, which makes sense because they needed to process 3D, which at the time was quite new. Well, in fact, those were kind of like the first consoles on implementing it on large scale. So yeah. But I mean, the game is quite playable, and by quite playable I mean, you know, playable. Like actually something that is playable and not slow down. Not something that slows down often. That's great. Yeah, that was excellent cornering, I agree with Mr. Announcer. Also, how does the game look to you? Because to me it looks okay. I mean, nothing crazy, but obviously looks nice. But how does it look for... Well, Blue said something about it looks like an early PS2 game, which is very nice. Yeah, early PS2 graphics. Yeah, that's very cool that it looks that way. But yeah, that's obviously because of the upscaler. I could probably try to make it look even more upscale, but I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I'm only using double upscale. I could do much more. But at the same time, I don't think it's that good of an idea. Keep going. Got him. Oh, I got whatever that car is.
Great driving! Another car for your garage!
Another Galaga, but this one is Carrot. And what are the specs? Give me the specs. Damn, it's actually better in every way. Well, alright. I guess I'll be picking this. I don't like this default color though. But I guess I could make it look red. The problem is that these reds are more like bright brown more than red. Not really red by itself. Yeah, it's very rough, but I guess it looks better than that. Yeah, that weird blue. That blue doesn't go well with the rest of the colors at all. I guess I can go for something like this. The N64 can look pretty crusty. Late 64 at original resolution. I mean, I will play at original resolution, but it seems that the upscaler works properly. So, you know, I could try doing upscale 4, but I'm like scared that it might fuck it up at some point. Because it's not just the GPU, I'm assuming there is also some share of CPU in there as well. Yes, my GPU can stand a lot of things, but my CPU cannot. So, you know. Ouch. I mean, the PS2 emulator, I will use it whenever it works properly. So far, that's not the case. That's the issue. Of course, I would like to use the PS2 emulator. You know how many games I would like to play there? Well, Ridge Racer 5 being one of them. Gran Turismo 3. In fact, I tried playing Gran Turismo 3, but in some tracks it just doesn't work. You know, Doesn't work well, I mean. It works, yeah, but it's shit. Fuck. Alright. That's karma. That's for trying to block him. That's instant karma. Wow, that was very bad. Maybe for this one I should use the car I was using earlier, because this one is struggling in a lot of corners. But are you trying that doesn't work? Well, for now, Ridge Racer 5, Gran Turismo 3, FIFA Street 2 didn't work and I had to emulate it on the GameCube. What else doesn't work? Well, for now, those. I'm pretty sure there are more, but I don't remember them now. But those three are for sure games that just don't work properly. Damn it. Okay. Anything could happen here. You sack of shit. Okay. Wow, those were some very good corners. Sadly, this one... Yeah, this corner is so rough. He's gonna overtake. I can still overtake him back. He doesn't seem that fast on... Yeah. He's not fast on straights. Any non-racing games? I mean, yeah, it's just that every time that I see PS2, of course, well, no, it's actually a PS2 a racing game. Outrun 2 Coast to Coast. I play that game, but obviously I'm not gonna bring the PS2 here and also try to make it work like with a capture card. But yeah, that's another one. And yes, it's also a racing game. Pretty funny. Wait, which car did I unlock? This one. Speed. Yeah, the speed is quite high, but it's not. I mean, it's higher than this one, but not that much. I'm gonna use this. Gran Turismo 4 Master Race. I mean, I don't disagree, but I would like to play the third one. The CPU never runs into walls. It doesn't need to because it runs into me. Set blending to minimum. What game are you talking about? Are you talking about Gran Turismo 3 or are you talking about something else? Oh, he's no longer right on my tail. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Okay. It still seems that I should be able to beat him. Yeah, that set of corners is so fucked up. And the minimap doesn't even show it that well. Like, the minimap clearly underestimates those corners. Because, I mean, you can tell that part of the minimap looks a little bit shagged. But you might think that it looks shagged just because it cannot display a diagonal line properly. But no, probably shagged because of the amount of corners there are. Maybe. damn it. I should do waving. Like instead of trying to change the camera to see the mirror, I should just do waving to, you know, hit him by chance. Well, I mean, waving is a legitimate strategy in actual races. It's just that it's not made so they, well, I mean, yes, it is made so they don't overtake you, but I mean, it's not so they crash against you, it's so they cannot get your slipstream. I'm pretty sure that the Ridge Racer games before 5 don't have any kind of slipstream. I know that Ridge Racer 7 has slipstream. That is like an actual mechanic of the game and not just something that exists as a passive buff, right? Well, I mean, it is a passive buff, but it's explicitly in the UI. I'm pretty sure that most arcade games don't have slipstream as a mechanic. Because, I mean, they are arcade racing games, you know, that's the whole point. They're not supposed to show being realistic mechanics, like slipstream. You know, to me it was always pretty impressive how physics work in terms of slipstream and the bunch, because
Congratulations! That car is yours!
Dig Racing Team, okay. But yeah, the fact that in real life there is an actual mechanic that kinda balances like a comeback mechanic for cars that are behind, it's crazy. It's like the physics were made exclusively for that. Okay, the car that I unlocked was this one. Oh, alright. It's slightly better than this one, right? Well, it's kinda the same, though this one looks better at least. Do I change the color? That's a nice color actually. This one, it looks cool like this. I like it. It was intended for birds to use. Slipstreaming? Maybe. But yeah, slipstreaming is very interesting. But yeah, nature works in some very weird and amusing ways. Well, obviously, you can't really call cars nature, but I mean, the reason that that's allowed, that happens, is because of nature, of the physics, right? Well, I mean, I guess with that same argument, you could say that everything is because of nature, which is not a bad argument. Like, the fact that cars can even exist is really a miracle. How is it possible that the cars even exist, right? It truly is a miracle. And it's no wonder that there are so many car freaks out there, you know? The fact that cars actually work is mind-blowing. Like, how is it even possible? Right? It's truly impressive. Well, I mean, at some point, obviously, we are used to a lot of things, but man, just think about the stream you are watching right now. regardless of the quality of the stream and or the streamer, like, just the concept of what's happening is just mind-blowing. You know? It truly is. It's as mind-blowing as winning this race. Good shit. But yeah. I don't know. It's always impressive to me to think about those things when you try to think about how simple things were before, right? You think Twitch is looking for a Spring Book dev? I mean, you can always check shop offers. You know, usually pages like Twitch tell you what they are looking for. So you should look on that. I mean, most of big companies like Twitch usually have shop applications. That I'm on the front page. I don't think that's a good idea. See, every time that someone thinks about what would it be if I was a popular streamer, and you wouldn't want that. I can assure you that you wouldn't want that happening. There is absolutely no chance. You don't want to see this chat fill with people. Also, how is it going, Yannick? No shop for F12? Can you believe that F12 is not the default key to open the console in a lot of browsers? That's very mind-blowing. You need to, well, in my case I needed to do it manually to change. I think it was Ctrl-I to change it to F12. So it was so unnatural to not have F12 as the console opener. Companies actually hide shop offers in Inspector? I don't know. Maybe. I haven't seen it myself. It's unlikely that anyone with good intentions is opening the Inspector. I mean, not necessarily. You don't have to have bad intentions. You can just be curious, you know. Curiosity is a thing. I mean, you could say that curiosity killed the cat, but who gives a shit about the cat? I'm not a cat. You know. I think I found one opening with non-good intentions. You think so? Maybe. I don't know. I don't do it often, or almost ever. Time to look for an XML injection exploit.
3,
XML?
2, 1, go!
I don't know about that.
3 laps to go.
Dump Twitch entire file system. Why would you want to do that though? Well, I mean, it's not like Twitch is a very good company, but you know, I don't think I will want to see Twitch gone, you know? I mean, I could just go to YouTube, that's not a problem. A lot of the streamers that I consume will be a problem if they are not there. to rescue all the deleted VODs. But I'm pretty sure those are fully deleted. I mean, I tried to rescue one of my VODs from like 2 or 3 years ago and it didn't work. Like, that one seems to be deleted for real. And I don't see any reason not to. Or a shop. I don't know. This song is quite chill. I like this song. I like the instruments of this song. For all the shit I was talking about. Wait, what? Did I see a Nintendo sign? Oh, of course, this is Nintendo 64. I almost forgot. Alright. I mean, that's still weird that you will have a Nintendo logo on a game that is from Namco, but you know. I mean, by Namco. But I guess it's okay. I mean, not like they are gonna get sued over that. It's crazy that Nintendo really came out on top when it comes to consoles, right? I mean, so did Sony, but I mean that it's crazy that with so many companies that have a lot of wealth and a lot of power, Nintendo is the one that came out on top. Very impressive. Ooh, that was close. Holy shit. But yeah. Nintendo does what everyone else doesn't, I guess. What kind of trophy is that? Is that a bottle opener or what? What the fuck? Wait, that's... So I was right, that Zero car is the Angelus car. Isn't that supposed to be like a super special car? Like the Angel car that is faster than everyone else and shit? Like, why is he so easily available here? Damn it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Xbox 360 was Microsoft's only hit. It was a very big hit, but I mean, when people think of consoles, they usually think about Nintendo or PlayStation, you know. Those are the consoles that are, well, the consoles, the IPs that are on top. And it's impressive because, for example, Namco, at least with how wealthy they are, they could have definitely had their own consoles. Well, Sega had their own consoles until they didn't, basically. And there are a lot of other Japanese companies that could have been extremely big when it comes to that. And yet they never got into the console route, right? I mean, you also get things like, well, actually, I will say that Namco and Sega, yeah, well, of course, Namco had arcade cabinets, but an arcade cabinet is not a home console. Yes, Namco had that. Though most of the arcade cabinets at the same time were delegated to Sega, even the ones that weren't used by Sega. In fact, I'm pretty sure that nowadays most arcade cabinets are made by Sega. Did they actually make hardware? Yeah. I mean, I think they had hardware on their own, but I don't know until when. Because at some point, I'm pretty sure that they just delegated it to Sega. You know? Micro Mouse Mappy. That doesn't seem like a better car though. Has better speed, but not that better. Wait, is that supposed to be a devil car?
3, 2,
Or am I...
1, go!
It kinda looks like it. A little bit.
3 laps
3 laps
to go.
to go. Now I can play Subway Surfers on a Sega Android. Subway Surfers. I mean, you can play Subway Surfers on arcade cabinets, yeah. That is indeed the case. Don't think it will be a good idea though. Trying to see the number on that car. If someone can see the number on that car, let me know, because I have no idea which one it is. It's going too fast. If it is 13, it's supposed to be the devil car, but I just cannot see it. It's wait. I don't think the resolution is high enough to see it like that. Damn it. Also, how is it going the Urbanor? Yeah, there was a Nintendo 64 version of this. I also didn't know that until some months ago when someone on YouTube told me while I was playing the other Ridge Racer games. They told me that there was a Nintendo 64 version. So, yeah. And it's pretty nice because, I mean, it's pretty much a version that kinda takes like the first Ridge Racer and the last one. No, what am I saying? The first and the second one. Ridge Racer and Ridge Racer Revolution. And they add also a new area. And a lot of cars as well, so... It's a pretty nice game. I thought that it was gonna be just a port of the original Ridge Racer, but it's actually its own thing, so I'm glad. I fucked up. You fuck up that corner and you fuck up everything. Damn it. I fucked it up. Subway Surfers on the subway. Yeah, you could do that. While eating a Subway that is shaped like a Subway. Seems like a good idea, yeah. Well, there is a specific type of bread that it's kind of shaped as a Subway if you use it in a sandwich. I don't know how it's called in English, but I think that here we call it... Well, actually... Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, no. It's a word that I think has no translation. But it's basically a very fat and tall bread. So if you use it in a sandwich, it could look like a Subway. That's pretty cool. And that corner is fucking me up. Now we are hungry. I mean, then just eat, bro. I thought I was. Well, I think that this game doesn't really let you do what the first Ridge Racer games kinda allow you to do. The first Ridge Racer games, if you were in front of another car and you cross his path, you will make him slow down a lot, because it's kinda like he crashed you, right? In this game it doesn't really work that way. Unless he's really behind you, like perfectly behind you. But it doesn't work if he's kinda yes and kinda not. Okay, this car is actually putting up some fight. That's for sure. He ain't gonna give up that easily. Oh, you can do that. Okay, see, for example, right there, he bumped into me, so he's gonna lose speed. Okay, and I didn't fuck up that corner, so I should win this. Yeah, I win this. Good shit. It's a new record. These tracks seem easier than you made them out to be. I mean, these tracks are pretty much the same tracks, but in reverse. What's not as easy are the competitors. And yeah, this is the 13 car. So wait, are we already getting the Devil and the Angel car? Isn't it really too early to get this? These are supposed to be the ultimate secret cars. Well, I wonder what are the ultimate secret cars then. Oh, this is the Racing Kid. Racing Kid wasn't the other one. That was the actual 30th car. Well, 13th car. Can you beat every stage with the worst car? I don't know.
3, 2,
Maybe. I mean, keep in mind that this is my first time playing this game. So, yeah, maybe it is possible, maybe not, I don't know. It's impossible for me to know. Yeah, it might be. I mean, the original Ridge Racer games, it's not like you could pick too many cars. Like, the original Ridge Racer games only had 4 cars. Like, both the first one and Revolution, if you exclude the secret cars that were absolutely broken. And I'm pretty sure you can beat every race with those 4 cars. And in this game, it doesn't seem like the car selection is that much different, though there are some cars that are worse than the regular ones, so I guess. Also, I think that this Angel car is also supposed to be the Angel Kid, which is a car that hasn't shown up yet. Like, this will be the first appearance of this guy. I don't think it's supposed to be the actual Angel car that appears in Revolution. Like, just like the Devil car has a Devil Kid, this one seems like it has an Angel Kid. Alright, that seems cool. Fuck. I thought you were the racing expert. I mean, I could guess and tell you yes, but I wouldn't have anything to back that claim up. To tell you that you can beat it with every car. I don't know. Maybe. Uh-oh. It's close. And that's not the finish line. That's the fake finish line. I mean, that's the finish line in the normal direction. On reverse, it's further. Damn, those zigzags could have fucked me up, but they didn't. I will say that was a hard one. Like, I were able to pull it through, but that wasn't easy.
Great driving. Another car for your garage.
No, this is white. Okay, this is actually the regular Angel car. No kid or no anything. But dude, again, aren't we getting these cars very early? Like, in previous games, these were the secret cars that were absolutely broken and clearly better than every other car. So what gives? Right? Like, we already get the broken ones now, but there are still more races left, you know? That's the thing that's... Oh shit, and the White Angel is broken. I mean, this is what is expected. Like, this car is supposed to be broken, but... Why would I unlock it this early in the... Well, this early. It's not super early, but it's still quite early, you know? I mean, don't mind me if I use it. Oh, and you don't change the white color, you change the rest. Interesting. So a car like this obviously looks better being light blue, but... I'm gonna keep it light blue. So with this Angel car, I'm gonna obliterate everyone, I will assume.
2, 1,
like without any effort. Well, let's see how much effort I need.
3 laps to go.
Well, what I'm also curious is how fierce is the competition gonna get. Because maybe this car is gonna be needed for how hard the following races are gonna be, but I don't know. I still feel that it's way too early for this car. I mean, I'm already 5th place, and I'm pretty sure these aren't 2 laps, these are 3 laps. Well, we will see. There is no reason for me to nerf myself after all. He overtook 2 guys just like that. Yeah, this car is absolutely busted. Oops, my bad. That's the first place. Oh, no, the car is as busted as I thought it was. So how are you gonna top this? I mean, I know that there is still room for having a car that has all the stats all the way up. But this one is just ridiculous. Like, this one, it's like it has no room for anything. You know, no room for your opponents to even have a chance. You're not supposed to brake there, you're supposed to drift, but it's okay. Nice. I mean, that's the thing. If I plan to beat this today, this is exactly what I need, you know? I need a very fast car. Not only to win, obviously, but also to get through the races fast enough. So maybe it's not a bad idea. has a lot of crashes. I think every time you get into a new stage, there is one car that is the one that starts right in front of you, like the 11th place, that I think it's supposed to be the car that you're supposed to unlock in this particular track, but when you play it on reverse, what am I saying, on the duel. Oh, that's a nice waterfall. You didn't really get to see that waterfall from the other side. Ouch. Decent sounding music into the card. I don't know about decent music. I mean, after all, it's something that I always say, but Ridge Racer unfortunately suffers from very bland soundtrack. Sometimes even bad, I will say. I don't think this is the exception, but I guess it is kind of what you say, that it sounds like it wasn't from a cartridge. The PS1 sounded better due to being a CD, yeah. I mean, if you want to hear a Ridge Racer with good music, you have Ridge Racer 4, also named R4 or Ridge Racer Type 4. That game has very good music, especially considering that it's a Ridge Racer game. Because I can tell you, the original Ridge Racer game only had like 1 or 2 good tracks out of like 6 or 8. Ridge Racer Revolution only had as well 2 good tracks out of like 8 or 10. Ridge Racer had, well, kinda like 3, I guess, out of 10 that were good. But yeah, it's always like that. Like, the majority of the tracks are not very good. But in Ridge Racer 4, I would say that the majority were very good. Uh-oh. The finish line is close. Uh-oh. I messed up. Uh-oh. Okay, not enough. Never played that one. Do you like Ridge Racer? Yeah. Ridge Racer is pretty much my second favorite Ridge Racer game. And I say second because my favorite one is Ridge Racer 7. That game has so much stuff to do. So much content, it's so good. But yeah, Ridge Racer is amazing. I mean, you love that game? Yeah, they pushed the PS1 pretty far. Indeed. But yeah, Ridge Racer, which will be pretty much Ridge Racer 3. Just that they decided to name it Ridge Racer. But yeah, that game is fantastic. It's very, very good. If it wasn't for the fact that Ridge Racer 7 exists, Ridge Racer will still be my favorite. But yeah, very, very good game. Remember, it was pretty much the only game that my dad played. Because my dad didn't really like playing games that much, but he really liked Ridge Racer. And I think that's because it's mostly, I mean, mechanical wise, depending on the car you pick, it can be extremely simple to play. Oh, I recognize that car that is there. That's one of the cars from Ridge Racer 4, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember if it was the Age extra car or it was another manufacturer. I think it was Age, the one that had that weird ass looking car. Yeah, nice. What I like about Ridge Racer is that depending on the car you pick, the game plays super differently. And basically you need to approach it in a completely different way. If you want to win, that is.
It's a new record. It's the final lap. Make it your best.
Nice. Good overtakes. There is 2 more cars that I'm not seeing yet, but hope they appear before the end of the lap. That would be cool. Oh, that was very bad. It's okay. I mean, this car has very high acceleration, so a mistake like that shouldn't be that expensive. Okay, you are both here. Got him. You'll have these 2 corners that are a little bit fucked up, but got him. Nice. Didn't they turn Ridge Racer into a drifting game after R4? Ridge Racer was always a drifting game. You could drift from the very first game. Unless you mean like you couldn't race. Because no, you could always race. Like in any Ridge Racer game. That's the whole point of Ridge Racer. But yeah, no, drifting was a mechanic since the very, very first game. You know? So that's not a change or anything like that. Dishipen what? What was it called? Dishipen something. Yeah, Ridge Racer 7 is basically like a big combination of like every Ridge Racer game. If you can somehow play that game, because it's a PlayStation 3 exclusive, right? But if you have the opportunity to play Ridge Racer 7, I recommend it. It's very good. Very, very good, and again, you have so many things to do. If you're a completionist, like, you really can do a lot of things. And even if you're not a completionist, you still have many things to do. Ouch. You still have a PS3? Nice. Yeah, I don't know if it's available. I mean, what I remember when I bought it is that it says Ridge Racer 7 3D something. Don't care about that because it's not really anything out of the ordinary. Like, I think it's just that you can play it with like some 3D glasses or whatever. But it's still a playable game even if you don't have whatever it needs for that. But yeah, that kind of threw me off the first time because I'm like gonna buy like some sort of weird gimmick game and I won't be able to play. But no, it's a normal game. Even if you don't have whatever it asks for the 3D part, it's regular. And that's the only version available on the PS3 store, at least back when I bought it. Again, I don't even know if it's available now. I hope it is. I mean, and I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. Did you like Unbounded? I mean, Unbounded is okay. It's just that it's not really a Ridge Racer game. I mean, yeah, it's Ridge Racer because it has the name Ridge Racer, but Unbounded is pretty much just a Need for Speed game that has the Ridge Racer title. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad, but it's quite mediocre as a game. Like, it's nothing really out of the ordinary. Oh shit. No, I will still use the White Angel here. So we're racing against Absoluto. Absoluto was one of the brands in Ridge Racer and also Ridge Racer 4.
3, 2, 1, go!
I love Underground 1 and 2, nothing ever satisfied me after those. I never played those. In fact, there aren't many Need for Speed games that I played. I played Need for Speed, I think, 2, like on a very old PC. Then I played Need for Speed Shift 2, I think, on PS3. And then I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, the remake, not the original, the one that is basically a watered down version. I played that one on PC because it was free, pretty much. I think it was free on Origin. Oh, and I also played Need for Speed Rivals on PS4. Those are the only Need for Speed games I played. So basically, I never really played the ones that everyone loves. Like, I never played Underground, I never played the original Most Wanted, I never played Carbono. Like, I never played any of those. Any of those. Not a single one. At some point, I should play them. But the problem is that the fact that they are not available on Steam is such a pain in the ass. And the fact that some of them, I'm pretty sure, are console exclusive also makes it a little bit painful. But you know, maybe one day I'm gonna feel like playing the whole saga and I will start emulating it, but no promises. I can't get a single corner here without crashing. And again, some of these corners that I'm crashing against are supposed to be done by drifting, so...
Yeah! It's a new record! It's the final lap. Make it your best!
Make it your best. Not nice. I like how some tracks have like a very exaggerated checkpoint time. Some other tracks you can get down to sub 10 seconds. Hey, there is no balance. Opponent almost got close. To me, they are mostly about atmosphere. They nail the urban night setting. Yeah, I mean,
Another car for your garage!
that's something that was pretty popular in around that time, you know. Age Solo Supernova, huh? But yeah, it's something that around that time it was pretty popular. Same reason why, for example, games like Street Fighter Third Strike had also that sort of urban feel instead of like a more colorful and more anime looking like Street Fighter Alpha. A lot of things were like that in that era. Another one that you might enjoy if you like that sort of thing, though I don't think that they have that atmosphere that you're mentioning, but like if you like games like Need for Speed, I think you're gonna like them too, which is Burnout. Like the one that I particularly played on the PS2 was Burnout Revenge. That game is fantastic. It's an amazing game. Burnout Revenge is so good. So I recommend you to play that one. It's very nice. A lot of people also say that Burnout 3 is very good. I never played it, but I'm assuming that it is quite good as well. Of mine really like Burnout. It's pretty good. I mean, since you say that you have a PS3, another game that you can play is Burnout Paradise. Burnout Paradise is basically like a quote-unquote open world Burnout game. It's open world because basically the way you select levels is going through a city, pretty much. And you can also, well, not now because the PlayStation Network service, like the online server shut down, but before that you could enter a lobby and you basically were there with like the other players in the same city that was fully open. Paradise looks great. Yeah, they shut down the servers like from any PS3 game. It's a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, Paradise is great. And you know what's even greater is that they have Paradise City by Guns N' Roses as the main theme of the game. Like, it doesn't get much cooler than that. Like, they literally have that as the theme of the game, you know? You can't get much cooler than that, I think. Yeah, it's pretty nice. They should license that super popular song just to have it on the game. It's great. It's absolutely great. Damn, this Supernova, yeah, pretty fast but sacrifices everything else. I'm still gonna use the Angel, fuck it. Well, the Angel's just as broken as it always is. Angel being the best car in the game is not a surprise. I hope the license is long enough. I mean, even if the license is not long enough, I'm pretty sure they are not gonna take the game out of the store. Or you think they will? I don't know, maybe? Around 2006 was removed. Oh, really? Wait, but how could it be removed from the stores if it's a PS2 game? Or did it have like a PS3 port or something? Or maybe, because Outrun 2006 was coast to coast, right? The game is a PS2 game. Oof, that was close. Wait, it was on Steam? Oh, fuck me, dude. Are you kidding me? That game was on Steam? I don't believe it. Team, that's... Fuck. I can't believe that I wasn't there to buy it. Damn it. There was a PC version? Fuck. Not sure if it's Steam. Well, it could have been game for Windows or something like that. Damn. That's a shame. Because that's a game that I played on the PS2, and it was fantastic. That game was truly amazing. But yeah, emulating it on the PS2, I have a particular hatred for the PS2 emulator. That's because it barely can run any game perfectly. Like, there's always one issue that takes away from the perfect experience. Also, nice rubber banding on the car that was right there in front of me. Very, very cool of you. Might be hard to do. Maybe. I mean, only 3rd place now. I don't know if I can get 1st place just like that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can get 1st place here. Well, there goes that. And even the 4th place is right there. How far was I from? I mean, the 2nd place is there, but I don't even see the 1st place. This might be quite hard. Unfortunately, it has crap DRM, very controversial. Even more than the Nuvo, damn. Wait, I want to see what happens if I change the course, because that won't seem very hard to beat. Want to see.
3, 2,
Don't like that for PS1 emulation. Oh, games for Windows does suck.
3 laps to go.
Thankfully that station is really good now. Yeah, I was saying earlier, like some months ago, that EPSXE was an emulator that was very bad, to the point that even the UI didn't work properly. And thankfully Kyle told me about DuckStation, and DuckStation works so well. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for the PS2. I'm waiting for a DuckStation to appear and, you know, replace ECSX2 or whatever the fuck it's called. That emulator stinks. That emulator truly stinks. Same, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people feel the same way. DuckStation 2.
It's a new record. 2 laps to go.
This one is pretty hard. I think I should start over. The DuckStation guy is working on PCX2. He even remade the UI. Interesting, since the guy uses a guy that breaks if you use anything other than vanilla Windows. I'm not using his stuff. The guy uses a guy? What? I think you meant to say something else there. Not sure what, but I don't think that sentence is correct. I need to restart because I'm doing very badly.
3, 2, 1, go! 3 laps to go.
I cannot overtake these guys because they keep getting in the way. Oh, you meant to say ShiUI? Huh. Nice. Well, I mean, I personally don't plan on using anything other than vanilla Windows, so I personally don't mind, you know, if that's the case. That's quite an abrupt corner. A lot of zigzagging to do.
Yeah! It's a new record! 2 laps to go!
Shit is getting fierce. Definitely getting fierce. Competition is getting fierce. Oh, that was close. I think the other guy is close to me, because I think I was hearing an engine that wasn't mine. I don't think I'm doing badly this time around. I mean, I'm third place before the last lap. So this should be good enough, I hope. I mean, the second place is right there. Yeah. Oops. Ouch. That really fucked up my speed limit. So the problem is, where is the first place? Where are you, Mr. First Place? Could be anywhere. Oh, he's right there, okay.
You've got it in your sights!
Not anymore, I don't have it in my sights. Does you mean that I have eyes on my ass? In which case, yes, I will have him on my sides. Uh-oh. Those... Okay, he crashed against me. But I still have a chance. For now. Yeah, I have a chance, and I will get it. Got him. That was hard, though. Didn't that station have some controversy and was about to be shut down? I'm not sure, but even if it gets shut down, I mean, I have a working version on my computer, so, you know. I'm surprised that there are 6 slots of cars left, even though there is only 5 races remaining. Well, 5 slots, I guess.
3, 2, 1, go!
Gotta go to bed. Alright, have a good night, Urban Orb, and thanks a lot for hanging out. I don't know if I will be able to beat this today, like, because it really depends on how hard the remaining races are. It could be anything. And that zigzag is gonna be very hard to do. The last set of corners there. Well, that is the last set in the normal version, not in this one. Ouch. Damn it. Also seeing the 13 car there, just with a different design.
Record! 2 laps to go!
Damn it. Was a very dumb crash. I had a very big space to overtake and I didn't get it. I didn't take it, I mean. Oh. That zigzag is really fucked up. I mean, I already couldn't do it with slower cars. Doing it with this car is kind of an issue. Alright.
Yeah! It's a new record! It's the final lap. Make it your best!
Emulation drama. I mean, as long as you don't get involved into it and you don't really care that much, it's whatever, you know. But yeah, I'm not really interested in drama either, for the most part. Unless it's something that will somehow affect me. That usually is not the case, because I'm not really involved in almost anything. My stream is very secluded, as it should be. Oh, I'm not seeing the first place anywhere. So, damn, not even close. I didn't even see it. You know, the people on Twitter are like a different breed, you know. It's something that I wouldn't care too much of, because yes, those people are not right up there. But yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
You know, well, that's also part of the reason why I like being a small streamer, because there are so many big streamers where they suffer from a chat that constantly wants to stir shit up, right? And a community that is constantly shitting on them. Well, a community that is obviously a small part of the whole community, but that is still there. I really wouldn't like to have something like that, you know. Not like the benefits of having a bigger audience will be that, you know, they are not really that important. After all, making a show out of this is something you shouldn't do. At least if you plan to enjoy it, that is. It's only smart people. Reddit is pretty far from being smart people. Reddit is... Well, Reddit is basically... I think about it this way, right? In Twitter, there is not even a facade that says that people aren't dumb. Like, you can very clearly say at first glance that people that use Twitter are, you know, very low in the intelligence scale, right? But the thing about people on Reddit is that they pretend they aren't. And with the upvote system that they have, it's very easy to see someone say something and think that that's a smart thing to do, or to say, I mean. When most of the times it's not really the case, you know. So that's the problem with Reddit. It tricks some people into thinking that what they are saying is smart or useful, when most of the times it's neither. You know. I don't know how I'm gonna do that corner. Maybe I shouldn't drift it. If I drift it, I should crash. It's pretty much like that. Twitter is a cesspool that nobody, like, they don't fool nobody. And no, that's a lie. What you say there that 4chan acts dumb but is actually smart, no. They are just as much of a subhuman as the people that post on Twitter. The difference is that there, nothing is gonna make you look different. So, because, I mean, even Twitter has shit like, you know, retweets, favorites, or whatever. So even if it's still pretty obvious when someone is being an absolute dumbass, it can still fool people. Not as much as Reddit, because Reddit is, it pretty much silences even the people that get downvotes. So it cannot trick them as well as Reddit, but it still kinda does. With 4chan, you don't have that. So basically, you can act as much of a subhuman as you want, and it's not like it's gonna matter. But yeah, no, there is nothing smart about 4chan, you know. But that's the thing. Generalizing, you wouldn't be able to say that. Obviously, there are smart people in every platform, but if we're generalizing, if we're talking about the average, neither Twitter, nor Reddit, nor 4chan have a smart user base. It's quite the opposite. But that applies pretty much to every service that is big enough. Because obviously, people that act through some degree of anonymity, right? They behave in very dumb ways because they know that there are almost no consequences for that. So what I'm trying to say is that overall every social platform has an average of very dumb people. What changes it is how the platform displays that dumbassery. As I say, Twitter displays it in a very shitty way, and usually, you know, it's very easy to tell when someone is being dumb. Reddit does it in a way that tricks a lot of people because of the shitty upvote and downvote system and award system and all of that garbage. And 4chan just, you know, shows it raw. But all of them have the, you know, just as much dumbassery. Team, right on the last millisecond, got him. Right on the finish line. Ooh, that was an interesting one. Yeah, let's go. I don't know if I can play this one. Well, play, yes, I can play, but I mean, I don't think I can beat it. That's the problem. I don't know if I should try hard whatever is remaining of this game now, or if I should leave it for tomorrow. Because it seems that there isn't much left, that's pretty clear. But I don't know how hard is what that thing that is left is. So that's the main issue. If it is hard, I don't think I can beat it today. We need to check the tapes for that one. You think so? I mean, the car that was on second place was a car with 3 wheels. Yeah, like if it's the same one as Ridge Racer 4, that's a car with 3 wheels. So if we're gonna check the tapes, might as well disqualify that guy for breaking the rules. I mean, if you're a racing car, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to use 4, not 3. I mean, might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure racing cars use 4 wheels. 3, I don't think it's allowed. I don't think I'm doing that badly this time around in this race, but there are some corners that can really, like these zigzag corners can pretty much cost you the race if you do them wrong. Because they really make you lose a lot of time. Okay, that's the 3rd place. I will say that we are in a good position. Shame that I fucked that one up. Oh, I fucked both up. Well, I think that should seal the deal, but maybe not. Well, okay, I got... Nice. Okay, so I just need the 1st place. Problem is that last time I did this, the 1st place was so far that I didn't even see it. At the end of the race, I mean. At the end of the race or ever at that point. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna see it this time. Hopefully. Fucking zigzag, dude. Zigzags are crazy. Yeah, I'm not seeing the 1st place. Like, at all. Yeah, I mean, I fucked up there, sure, but even if I hadn't fucked that up, these are the 2 last corners, and I still haven't seen this guy. This barely allows mistakes. Sorry, Reimu. A car could have a 5th wheel in the middle and you will never know. I don't think that's how physics work. I mean, I might be wrong, but if you shove a 5th wheel in there, I don't think your car is gonna run very well. I don't believe that's how it works. Wait, why am I mistiming the drifts? What happened? Come on, bro. That's the 2nd time in a row that I mistime a drift. But I'm pressing brake at the right time, am I not? Maybe not. A shame because I was in a very good position. Like overtaking these two morons on this jump was very good. Well, I can still overtake them, but I mean... I think my issue is that I wasn't doing it very close to the corner. I was doing it too early. You need to trigger the drift when you're closer to the corner, because otherwise you're not triggering shit. Okay, I can take that. Looking at the wall. Don't look at the wall at the end of the drift. Oof. That could have been smoother, but that could have also been uglier. Could have crashed him and lost a lot of time, but overtook him somehow. Oh yeah, the zigzags. The damn zigzags. Don't you absolutely love them? The beautiful zigzags. Now, how fucking fast does the first play need to be to basically not appear in a whole lap? Because here I pretty much got second place at the start of the final lap. So if I don't see it by the end of the lap, I gotta assume that this guy is using, I don't know, Formula 1. Well, I'm pretty sure these cars are faster than a Formula 1 because they are unrealistically fast. And also, well, the most unrealistic thing about these cars is not that they are fast, it's rather that the downforce that they show in the corners is, you know...
You can take this guy.
Gee, I could take this guy if I hadn't crashed like that. That's the first place, obviously, but I don't think I can overtake him now. Not before the finish line. Oh, damn. On the last corner. Unbelievable. Just like that. Trucks have a ton of wheels. Yeah, but trucks don't have the wheels in the middle. Oh yeah, another fake credits. This guy really liked the fake credits. Karma? And you say I have positive karma? Maybe. Well, that was slightly hard, I gotta say. But there are still 2 more races, well, not to mention that there is also 2 more cars to unlock. I think I'm gonna try to do them now. I mean, I could leave them for the next stream, but I think it's gonna be better if I do it right now. Probably gonna be better that way. Oh, the CPU had negative karma? Yeah, that seems like it. But I'm still curious about the last car, because there is basically, now that I done this one, there are 3 cars to unlock. There are other 2 races, and those races are, well, I'm assuming they each one have a car to unlock, but then there is 1 more, and I don't know how you unlock that last one. Too bad it's Sunday. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's Sunday, because today I woke up at 13:30 p.m. So 13:30 p.m. is quite late for me to wake up. So even if I were to sleep early today, it's not like I'm really gonna sleep, you know. Is that Sonic Rush music? I don't think that will be allowed. I mean, I know that... Oh, let's...
Now let's see if you can handle the speed course.
The Extreme Stages. Did you stay up late on Saturday? Yes.
Congratulations.
Playing
You've won the
Phasmophobia.
stage. You've won a trophy.
I'm playing that game a lot.
The stage is clear. Now let's go after some new cars.
Alright, those cars pretty cool, but can I get them? Is the question. I should be able to. The question is how fast. But I'm still curious to see what are these other cars. Oh, it's like at night time. Oh, 6 laps. Damn, alright. That could take a long time if it's 6 laps. I don't know. No, Extreme seems to be there are 6 laps. This seems like the first. Yeah, it is the first. Oh, it seems like the last one might be hidden because there will be another one there, probably to complete the set. 6 laps might be a lot though. I don't know if I should leave it for tomorrow. Let me see how hard it is to unlock these assholes. Wait, there is Mako's twin, of course. Still waiting for that game to release before getting into it. I mean, I don't think you need to wait it for release. It's basically like, think about Phasmophobia as Left 4 Dead, in the sense that you have, well, I mean, probably that's not a good comparison, but let's say that you have separate campaigns that are completely independent to each other, except there are no campaigns, they are just maps. They are singular maps. So imagine if Left 4 Dead, instead of having campaigns, it had a singular map from those campaigns. And you can just play it. And there is no story. You know, you just play it. It's one of those run type of games. When I say run type of game, I mean that you don't do a whole playthrough, like a whole campaign, a whole career mode. You just do separate levels that have nothing to do with each other. So I wouldn't wait for release to play that game. Well, I clearly didn't, but I mean that if I were you, I wouldn't wait for release. There doesn't seem to be any reason to. If you wait for release, yeah, that's another thing. If you wait for release, the price might indeed increase, like many early access games do. So I wouldn't recommend you to do that at all. But you know, that depends on how much you want to play the game, you know. Rather wait till it's in the best state. I mean, sure. I'm just saying that I don't think the final release is gonna be that different from what we have now. And another thing that I can tell you is that it seems like this is one of those games that is in like forever early access, you know. Like the sort of games that you know, are there for quite a while. So hard to get all of these corners right. Damn it. That's a shame. If I will have... Wait, I can still win. The exit is not here. Well, the exit, the finish. The finish is after this. The problem is that this corner... Yeah, that's... This corner is very hard to do. Unfortunately. If they shovel some shit into early access... I don't know. I will say that it's worth to get, but you do whatever you want. You know?
3, 2, 1, go!
It's a fun game, but it's made by a Frenchie.
3 laps to go.
No comment.
You've got it in your sights.
Ouch. Damn. These guys are very reckless. That corner is gonna be impossible with a drift. I need some other strategy for that. It's right there. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna try a drift here. Damn, I cannot even enter this without crashing. Come on. Are you for real? How do you fail that even? Yeah, this might be bad. Problem is that that's something that having a faster car is not gonna fit, you know. Like that last corner is so sharp that it will fuck you up no matter what. And he hit me before the corner. And he hit me again. I think. You're really in a hurry, aren't you? I could find a way to do this properly. I guess something like that. No, come on, damn, that was so heartbreaking. I would have won if I hadn't crashed into him. Man, fuck you. You know, I actually want to see what the Extreme Grand Prix has. Just to see what to expect. Because I know that those races are gonna be just a duel. But I don't know what this is. This is a new track, by the way. I wasn't expecting a completely new track. That's interesting. Yeah, I think this is completely new. I don't remember this track being featured anywhere. Interesting. Wasn't expecting another completely new track. Though it kind of reminds me to that one quote-unquote oval from... from Ridge Racer 4, but I don't think it's the same one. Also, it seems that if you crash once, you are all the way back to the bottom.
Hurry, time's running out.
Time's running out. Oh wait, it is actually running out. Damn.
Time's up.
If you don't do this super fast, or rather without mistakes, that was pretty funny. The guy just crashed into me. I got DNF. Can you believe that? Alright. Yeah, maybe this is better to leave for tomorrow, because I can already tell this is gonna be hard. So, try harden it now is not gonna be a wise idea. So let me save. I mean, I don't know why. Not like I did anything, but yeah, might as well save. There you go. And that's gonna be it for me for today then. This is actually an amazing game. I wasn't expecting it. I thought that this, well, this is like the third time I say this, but like I wasn't expecting this to be anything other than a port, a Nintendo 64 port of like the first Ridge Racer game. But it's way more than that, and it's very solid. And I like the fact that it doesn't follow Ridge Racer's 4 formula. It actually goes back to the first two games to make it, you know, like its own thing. Like it's like a Ridge Racer 3. I mean, I know that belongs to Rage Racer, but it kind of is like the like if Revolution had a continuation. So that's pretty cool. But that's gonna be it for me for today. So thanks everyone a lot for watching. I'm gonna check after the stream if the game saved. Maybe I should save stage just in case, but no, I'm pretty sure it's fine. I mean, can you even save state here? Oh, you can with F5 there, save state. Alright, well, I save state just in case that the file doesn't work. So, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and you know, see you on the next stream with more Ridge Racer 64. So have a good one everyone, and take care.